Have you ever wondered why some people never seem to have time for gossip, negativity, or meaningless activities? It isn't because they have more hours. It's because they have more purpose. Purpose protects the mind. An empty mind looks for entertainment. A purposeful mind looks for contribution. One slowly destroys life. The other builds it. Every morning, you wake up with a limited amount of time, energy, attention. You cannot create more. You can only decide where to spend them. That decision determines the quality of your life. People often say, I don't have time. The truth is, we make time for what matters most. If meaningless things occupy your day, meaningful things never will. Nature teaches us a beautiful lesson. A river keeps flowing because it keeps moving. It stays fresh. But stagnant water slowly becomes polluted. The human mind works the same way. When your mind stops pursuing meaningful goals, it slowly fills with distractions, complaints, comparison, gossip, laziness, negativity. But when your life has purpose, there is simply no room left for nonsense, because every thought is moving toward something worthwhile. If you're ready to build a life filled with purpose instead of distractions, subscribe to Hypermedia. Together, we'll master timeless principles that transform ordinary lives into extraordinary ones. Imagine walking through a beautiful garden. Every day, you water the flowers, remove the weeds, protect the plants. Slowly, the garden blooms. Now imagine ignoring that same garden for weeks, for months. What happens? Weeds grow, flowers disappear, beauty fades. Your mind is exactly like that garden. Whatever you feed grows. Feed it wisdom, and wisdom grows. Feed it purpose, and purpose grows. Feed it gossip, and gossip grows. Feed it negativity, and negativity grows. Life doesn't become what you wish for. It becomes what you consistently nourish. One of the greatest tragedies is not failure. It is living without purpose. A person without purpose is easily distracted, easily influenced, easily discouraged, easily manipulated. Because when you don't know where you're going, every distraction looks interesting. Purpose acts like a compass. It quietly says, this is worth my time. This isn't. This deserves my energy. This doesn't. Successful people don't simply manage time. They protect their attention. Because attention is life. Where your attention goes, your future follows. Ask yourself, does this conversation make me wiser? Does this habit make me stronger? Does this relationship bring out my best? Does this activity move me closer to the person I want to become? If the answer is no, have the courage to walk away. Every no to something meaningless creates space for something meaningful. That is how extraordinary lives are built. One wise choice at a time. If these timeless principles are helping you build a stronger life, subscribe to Hypermedia. Together, we're creating a generation that lives with purpose, character, discipline, and wisdom. There is an old saying, an idle hand soon finds trouble. But there is a deeper truth. An idle mind creates unnecessary problems. Many of the mistakes people regret didn't happen because they were busy. They happened because they had nothing meaningful to focus on. A mind without purpose looks for excitement. A mind with purpose creates excellence. Think about the greatest people who ever lived. Scientists, teachers, doctors, artists, spiritual masters, leaders. They all had different talents, different backgrounds, different journeys. But they shared one common quality. They devoted their lives to something greater than themselves. Purpose gave direction to their energy, and direction created impact. Your energy is one of God's greatest gifts. Spend it building, learning, serving, creating, growing, helping, healing. Never waste it on hatred, jealousy, arguments, rumors, complaints, or meaningless pleasures that leave an empty heart. Because every hour spent on nonsense is 1 hour stolen from your destiny. One meaningful book can change your thinking. One meaningful conversation can change your future. One meaningful habit can change your character. One meaningful decision can change your entire life. Never underestimate the power of meaningful living. Small actions, repeated every day, create extraordinary lives. If today's message made you reflect on how you're spending your time, your attention, and your energy, subscribe to Hypermedia. Together, we'll discover timeless principles that help us live with wisdom, purpose, integrity, and lasting fulfillment. One lesson, one better decision, one better life. Life challenge. Today, before you sleep, write down 3 activities that truly deserve your time, your energy, and your life. Then, write down 3 things you will stop doing because they add no value to your future. Tomorrow, begin living with intention, not by accident. Closing quote. Your energy deserves a worthy purpose. Fill your mind with what is righteous, meaningful, and noble, and there will be no room left for what is useless, unrighteous, or nonsensical. A purposeful life is a protected life.